American Top 40.
I'm Casey Kasem. AT40 originates in Hollywood. The fourth of the 5 debut songs in our survey comes in this week at number 32. It's by a duo from Watford, England, who call themselves WHAM. Here's WHAM with Wake Me Up Before You Go Go. That's the English duo called WHAM with Wake Me Up Before You Go Go. Entering our countdown at number 32, it's one of this week's 5 debut songs.
American Top 40.
I'm Casey Kasem, counting down the top 100 hits of 1984. Some of the most successful songs have been inspired by the simplest things. Take, for instance, the number 1 smash by the English duo WHAM. The song was born one day when Andrew Ridgeley didn't want to oversleep. He had left a note for his mother saying, "Wake me up before you go." Well, Andrew's partner in WHAM, songwriter George Michael, saw the note and took it from there. It spent 3 weeks at number 1 and finishes the year at number 13. Wake Me Up Before You Go Go. WHAM, the duo from Watford, England, have the 13th biggest hit of the year.
American Top 40.
Now, we're up to the new number 1 song in the USA. It's a hit that carries with it a little advice to aspiring singer-songwriters. That advice is never throw a song away. That's because the English duo who have this week's new number 1 wrote this song back when they were in high school. One member of the duo told us, "We wrote it when we were both about 17. We were just writing anything we thought was good, with no particular direction. No idea there was going to be a record contract at the end of it. I just changed one line for the record. Other than that, I left it as is because it still stands up, even if it does sound a little immature in some ways." End of quote by George Michael. Here now is that very same song written by George and his partner Andrew Ridgeley 4 years ago when they were students in high school. The new number 1 song in the USA is by the duo WHAM, Careless Whisper. WHAM and Careless Whisper, the new number 1 song in the USA this week. It's the second number 1 hit in a row for Englishman Andrew Ridgeley and partner George Michael.
American Top 40.
I'm Casey Kasem. Now we're up to the act who just played 2 concerts which cost them more than $1.25 million to produce, and they didn't get paid a cent. This is the story of the English duo George Michael and Andrew Ridgeley, who call themselves WHAM. It's been pretty well publicized that just a few weeks ago, WHAM performed in the most populous country in the world, China, where they have more than 1 billion people. WHAM played 2 concerts in the city of Beijing and Canton, before a total of about 17,000 people. Tickets were sold for $1.60 apiece, an average of 3 days' wages in China. Well, all the money went to the All China Youth Federation. All the production and travel costs, including the cost of a documentary, came out of WHAM's pocket. Expenses totaling over $1.25 million. But they say it was all a worthy investment. Not only do they have documentary footage of their tour, but there were other breakthroughs that were made. They became the first top 40 act to play in China. And this month a cassette of WHAM music performed by WHAM will go on sale in China. That makes them the first Western act to have a recording manufactured and sold in the People's Republic. WHAM's China trip may or may not have been costly. Time will tell. By the way, a representative of All China Youth Federation, which has a membership of 200 million young Chinese, said, "WHAM are very healthy for youth. In the future, all groups are welcome if they are healthy." End of quote. Now, here they are at number 8 on American Top 40, the first Top 40 act to play the mainland of China. A very healthy group, WHAM and Everything She Wants. At number 8, moving up 3 notches on American Top 40, WHAM and Everything She Wants from the album Make It Big.
American Top 40.
For Casey Kasem, I'm Charlie Van Dyke. Here's the popular English duo WHAM, George Michael and Andrew Ridgeley. Their friendship goes back about 10 years. George says, we met at school when we were both 12 years old. I sat down next to Andrew on my first day at a new school, and we were best friends from that moment on, end of quote. The British Buddies are at number 39 this week with a recent number 1 song, Everything She Wants. From their number 1 album, Make It Big, and they certainly have, that's WHAM, falling 18 notches to number 39 with Everything She Wants. This is American Top 40. I'm Charlie Van Dyke for Casey Kasem.
Continuing with a special edition of American Top 40, I'm Casey Kasem. We're counting down the 40 top newcomers of the 1980s, the decade's hottest new acts. Here's the top duo in our countdown. A duo who once told us they can trace their pop beginnings back to their early teens, growing up in a London suburb. They'd go over to each other's houses and inside their rooms make believe they were DJs playing with a tape recorder, doing their own commercials, and eventually their own music as they dreamed of pop stardom. Years later, the dream came true when their album, Make It Big, gave them 3 number 1s in a row, the only group or duo in the 80s to get 3 number 1s from an album. Fast as you can say wham, they walloped the charts with hit after hit, 6 of them that went top 10. Andrew Ridgeley and George Michael have each gone their own way now, but as WHAM, they come in at number 10 among the 40 top newcomers of the 80s. WHAM and a smash from 1986, I'm Your Man, Andrew Ridgeley and George Michael, the 10th biggest new act of the decade. They've since split up, and George Michael's a hot solo star. We heard him solo in the countdown back at number 20.